Hi guys, lunchtime live with Leah, except it's really late, so it's a late lunch with Leah, yay! And the more clients that I'm speaking to this week, the more I'm seeing that people are incredibly busy. It's a very strange dichotomy. We have some people who are, losing their jobs solely out of work, looking after kids and drowning in it. And there are others, particularly my clients, who are medical professionals, teachers, who are trying to get everything sorted today, and the lawyers and the marketeers, all incredibly busy. So I wanted to share one of my old favourite tools that many of you already know, but some of you may have forgotten about, some of you might not have realised you need it right now, and some of you may have never come across this before. So there's going to be a link underneath this video to a free download that I've been using for years now for something called the Decision Matrix tool. Now this is for something when you are completely overwhelmed and inundated with work, as I know a lot of my clients are right now, particularly lawyers, problem fixers. We're always there in a crisis and we're always trying to get things sorted, whether it's people wanting money, whether it's people trying to resolve employment rights, whatever it might be. So I'm going to put the link down below, but I'm just going to talk you through it very quickly. The Decision Matrix tool is super simple. You don't even need my download. You can just draw across your page, but use my download because it's nice and simple and it has a pretty picture of a beach that I took a few years ago on it. Extra relaxation points, right? So it's 4 boxes and they are simply labelled urgent, not urgent, important and not important, and you then move your tasks into those boxes depending on where they fit. Now I give parameters around this. You might want to define your own, but mine are very simple. It is urgent if it needs to be done within the next 4 hours, and it is important if the consequences for you or someone else are too much to bear. So for example, if my car tax runs out at the end of today and the consequences, it doesn't by the way, but if it runs out at the end of today and the consequences are my car could get, I've forgotten what the word is, clamped. It could get clamped or towed away. I was trying to put the two together in my head and was just coming up with towed, and that wasn't what I was talking about. So if I had to renew my car tax by the end of the day and the consequences are that it will get clamped and towed away if I don't do it, that is both urgent and important because it needs to be done today, or it needs to be done within the next 4 hours, and it's important because the consequences are too much to bear. I don't want to lose that car. It's worth something and it's very pretty. It's one of my business clothes. If one of the things on my list is do the laundry but I have enough clothes, then it's not urgent because I don't need something for the end of the day, and it's not yet important because the consequences of either wearing the other clothes in my closet or wearing dirty clothes even, if I needed to, are not so terrible that I can't bear them right now. But things will move around the list. Sometimes people who are in the not urgent, not important category will move up by virtue of their screaming down the phone. That's how most people manage to move boxes. But if you use those parameters, you at least can see where your attention is best served right now. And I will always say this, if it's urgent and important, it's the do now box. If it's urgent but not important, then that's usually something you can delegate. It means that it's okay if somebody else does it. It could be that you give it to somebody else at work. It could be that if you're at home with the kids, it might be something that they can do. If what is urgent isn't difficult to do, all the better. If it is not urgent but important, that's when you diarise it. And you don't just diarise it, you block time out in your diary to make sure it is done. And if it's not urgent and it's not important, then why the hell is it on your to-do list to begin with? Scrap it, delete it. So that means do, delegate, delete, defer. And that's do, urgent, important. Delegate is important but not urgent. Delete, not urgent, not important. Defer, it is important but it's not urgent. I think I've got that the right way around. I've written them in the boxes anyway, and you will be able to see if it's not urgent but it is important. Put it in your diary, block the time out, and then move on. And the whole beauty of this Decision Matrix tool is that you can then use it to basically take your whole to-do list, shove it in there, and you can see what you need to do next. Most of us get completely overwhelmed when it is so busy, particularly when you've got information coming in from different sources, the phone's ringing, emails are pinging, post is probably not even that much of an issue right now. And you've got portals, you've got case management systems, you've got things that are already diarised in. It's too much information input for our brains to necessarily cope with, and it gives you a set of parameters, because in the absence of a time frame in which it needs to be done and the level of consequences, everything is urgent and important all the time, right? That's certainly what, when I was a lawyer, my clients used to tell me. Everything that they sent for me was urgent and important, and unfortunately for them, sometimes it wasn't. The next stage is then communicating that. If you want to discuss that further, then drop me a message and I can talk you through some of the skills and the tips and techniques that I've used to communicate to people that they are neither urgent nor important without them complaining. It's one of my gifts. And if you liked this and you are feeling pretty overwhelmed and exhausted with everything that's going on right now, then I'll also pop a link down below to the Stress Management for People Pleasers workshop that starts on Monday, or happens on Monday. It's a 60 to 90 minute workshop. I'm going to be talking you guys through why stress management is so difficult for people pleasers. I'm going to be talking to you about how to use stress management tools that really work for you, and how to use your people pleasing, problem fixing personality to make this stress management happen. Both those links are going to be down below to the Decision Matrix and to the Stress Management for People Pleasers workshop. It's a very low cost workshop, and I'll be there live helping you, answering your questions, giving you more help and support as we go through. It's not just a presentation and done. I'm there to support you. Finally, I just wanted to say, if you're watching this video and if you are struggling at the moment, you are not alone. Please do reach out. You don't need to do this alone, okay? I'm here to support you in whatever way I can, and if I can't do it myself, I can almost guarantee I know someone who can. So reach out to me and don't do this alone, okay? I will catch up with you very soon. Go and check out the links below in just a second. Bye for now.